Alright guys, let's do this episode 2 of Unholy Might. Looking at an opening hand with 3 swamps, no green mana, but we do have a 1-drop and a pair of 3-drops that we can cast on the play, and we only need to pick up 1 green mana to make this castable. Well, we need to pick up a 5th source, obviously, but we're going to go ahead and keep this and play Farika's Chosen on turn 1. Playing against Efficient New 4. He's playing 60 cards, and he knows what avatar he should be using. I love the elephant, obviously. It was the first one that I picked back in Duels 2013 when I started playing Magic, and stuck by it the whole way. Alright, so yeah, I just opened the jar and there was indeed whiskey in there. If you watch my Borderlands 2 video that I just put up, then you'll know that I was talking about that a bit there. So if you have any interest whatsoever in seeing me playing some other games, then be sure to check that video out and let me know what you think. I've never watched any first-person shooter gameplay. Don't know what it's supposed to be like. Maybe I'll, if I get a little bit of interest, and maybe I'll watch some and see what other people are doing. But essentially, what I would like for this channel to be is, 98% Magic with 2% Let's Play that I can just upload, probably once a week. Just do a random episode of me playing some other games that I like, because I do enjoy playing games, obviously, and so it's no trouble for me to hit record if some people are interested in watching it. So Efficient New is playing green white, and he started with Elvish Visionary. So that's pretty shitty. We picked up the Death Baron, but that doesn't buff up the Farika's Chosen. So I think we will. Will I offer a trade with that? I mean, he's got his card. He'll probably trade. So, I mean, am I the beatdown here? Should I be pressing? I don't think I am the beatdown, honestly. So I'm going to put out Agent of the Fates. I'm not really feeling Death Baron here with the current list. There's just not enough skeletons and zombies. I may, I want to keep them. This is the second episode. Obviously, I haven't tweaked the deck yet, but I'm going to. I really want to build around this card. I chose it for the thumbnail. I think that's kind of where this deck is. It's a black zombie deck, and it uses these green pump spells to buff up the Death Touchers and trample over. But I got to smash some more zombies in here, some more 2-drops. Drudge skeletons aren't terribly exciting. Walking corpses in the pool, not terribly exciting, but it fits the curve and the theme, so it may have to make the deck. And we're playing 5 of these effects, which I think is too many. So he's playing a Banisher Priest. He's going to knock out the Agent of the Fates, I'd imagine. Yeah, so that's going to be stuck under there. We do have Prey Upon in the list, so I mean, at least, if I use a Death Toucher, I'm 2 for 1-ing myself, but if I get an Agent back, then it's kind of like I'm not 2 for 1-ing myself. I'm just upgrading my snake into an Agent of the Fates. So there is a tapped land. So I'm going to play the Agent again. I would like to hopefully see my opponent tap out, then I can Hunter's Prowess the Agent of the Fates, force him to make a sacrifice, swing in, draw a bunch of cards. That would be ideal. But we'll see if that's what happens here. I really don't want to play out Death Baron because it doesn't have Death Touch innately, and it's only just a 2/2 on its own. But if he plays another Banisher Priest, I'm going to be pretty sad. So we'll do that. That Elvish Visionary is annoying me. I can't swing with the snake because, like I said, I don't want to trade off my Death Touchers since I've got 5 of these effects. So he's played a tap land, and he's tapped all of his mana. So that's good. That's really good. We're going to force a sacrifice and swing in and draw, hopefully, a ton of cards. I doubt he'll block. Because he doesn't want to lose the Mentor, I imagine, and he doesn't want to give me back another Agent. The question is now, do I want to cast... If I cast and enlarge, he'll have to sacrifice a creature. Then he'll have to block with at least one of them. So I won't draw the fuck ton of cards, but I will take out 2 of his creatures. Now, if I cast this, I'm not putting... He's playing green-white. I'm not putting him on instant speed removal. So if I was playing against a red deck or something, I might cast the Prowess now and gas up my hand. But against a green-white, I don't think he's going to have any instant speed removal, so I think it's going to be fairly safe to play a Hunter's Prowess into open mana. So let's just enlarge the Agent of the Fates, get a trigger. I imagine he sacrifices the Visionary. I mean, it doesn't matter. He's losing 2 of his dudes, so yeah, he's going to sacrifice the Visionary. And so my dude has to be blocked. So now here, I do swing with the snake, because obviously trading with a Visionary was bad, but trading my snake with either of those 2 creatures is good. So is he going to lose the Mentors, or is he going to give me an Agent back? He's got to do one of it. I mean, he has the block. Enlarge says so. So let's see which creature he chooses here. So let's look at Enlarge. Yeah, +7/+7 trample, and must be blocked if able. And he is indeed able. So I guess the game put the Mentor there automatically. He took it back, but he needs to block with something. So I wonder what happens if the turn timer runs out. Will the game just put the Mentor back on it? I'd really like to see the Mentor die rather than get my agent back, because you know, I don't want him drawing more cards than I do, because you know, cards are how you win games in Magic, and whoever has the most tends to win. So the timer's going to run out. Yeah, and it's just going to assign Mentor there. He's probably going to quit the game wondering what happened, because it seems like he doesn't know what Enlarge does. I don't know what the play is there, though. I mean, do you give me back another creature? Depends on what's in his hand. I mean, he's got 5 cards. Depends on how many potential Mentor triggers he's got there. Now he's watching damage effects. You know, he's probably... I think he's probably gone. But, you know, my turn timer is running out while all this is going on. This is pretty fucking stupid. But yeah, back to Borderlands. I mean, I certainly would like to do some different gameplays every now and then. I mean, Magic is obviously going to be my #1 thing. You know, you're going to see that every day, or at least 6 days a week. But you know, every now and then, if I'm sitting down to play, and if there's no kids around, I can click record and play another game. I think that'll be a little bit of fun. So are we stuck here? You know, did he break the game? Is that what happened? All right. Well, I'm just going to cut it, obviously, because I can't have you watching this. Move to another game. I'll probably sit here for a couple more seconds and hopefully the game unbreaks. If it does, I'll tell you at the beginning of the next game. If it doesn't, well, I'll consider this a win just because he's being a bit of a bitch. Alright guys, we'll see you in another game in a couple seconds. Alright guys, I ended up having to concede out of that last game. Just locked up and wouldn't move anywhere. Here we're looking at no creatures. Good mana, but you know, no creatures. Here we're looking at 1 mana. Let's skip that. Here we're looking at Chosen into Paragon with Prey Upon along the way, I guess. Is playable as a 6-card hand. Only 4 2-drops in the deck, so I'm just going to go out and drop the snake and play tap land on turn 2. Not ideal, but like I said, unless we top deck a Drudge Skeletons. So playing against Debo the Pit, I got a feeling I played against this guy recently. There's only so many players on Xbox One. Obviously, picked up another 4-drop. He's playing 68 cards, so we're just going to swing in for 1 and play the Guildgate after the fact. Obviously, he's playing a white deck. Man, oh man, the amount of white decks on Xbox One is just unbelievable. You know, very few players, and what players are there just play the same old stuff. Another green-white deck. Yeah, but he's not doing anything, which I'm fine with. He could have raised the alarm. I will definitely trade, you know, this for half of a raise the alarm, because that's all it's going to end up doing anyway. Or, I don't know. Yeah, fuck it, let's go for it. See if he comes flying in there. Soldier tokens, no siree. Play our 3rd land, but no play. So we definitely need more 2 and 3 drops. He's going to cycle a Sylvan Bounty. He may not be playing 2 colors. He could be getting a 3rd. No, he's picking up a forest here. So he's going to cycle that for a land, play his 3rd land, and play out a Cultivate. So he's on some type of ramp deck. But we definitely need more 2 and 3 drops in this deck. We get all the Paragons, all the Viscera Draggers, Greyborn Muses, all the 5 mana pump. So I mean, there's a decided lack of stuff to do on the early turns. Plus, there's not a whole lot of card draw before 4 mana, and I mean, we really need a little bit on the early parts of the curve to get us there. So, I mean, if we had a better mana curve, we wouldn't need card draw to get to 4 and 5 mana. We'd have plays. You know, if we miss a land drop here and there, or, you know, as it stands, we don't. That's a Rock's Faithmender, and that motherfucking thing is annoying. So we got to Prey Upon. I'm going to do this because he's going to have to sacrifice it to the agent. He's still going to have to sacrifice it to the agent. So that Cloud Shift didn't do anything. Because it was never going to get preyed upon anyway. It was just going to... So he just threw a Cloud Shift in the graveyard. I'm totally cool with that. Yeah, you know, if I wanted to kill it, I would have used... if I wanted to kill it with Prey Upon, I would have used it on the snake. But I knew the agent trigger goes on top of the stack. That would resolve first, and then when Prey Upon resolves, there would be no creature left, which is why I did it that way. So I mean, Prey Upon it's good with Agent in a way when there's a single creature on the board. But I mean, you're only going to get your opponent to lose 2 creatures if he's an idiot and doesn't realize how it works. So here we can drop a Paragon, add some power to the board. Our opponent's got 6 open mana. Didn't do anything last turn. Maybe he's just trying to extract some more value from his planar cleansing if he's playing a ramp deck. But I'm going to go for the Gusto here. If he cleanses, we can spawn, which I still obviously don't believe belongs in this deck, since, you know, we're not filling up our graveyard. So yeah, there's cleansing. Okay, that's fine. And there's a Plains and a Trained Caracal. So we're going to spawn. No, we've only got 4 mana though. We're going to eventually spawn. Oh, here we go. I'm just going to get 3 spiders. Fuck it. Yes, man. 3 spiders. There you go. Alright, and we can prey upon that cat if he doesn't buff it up. So, when I saw Sylvan Bounty into Cultivate, I was assuming ramp, but it looks more like he's playing on the life gain side of Sylvan Bounty. So here's an Ajani's Pride Mate. So he can sacrifice a Caracal here now to put that 1 power on his cat, which he doesn't do. Paragon doesn't do anything with the spider tokens. So if I swing in here, and if he blocks with his cat, he'll gain a counter on his Pride Mate, and I can no longer prey upon it. So, what the fuck do I do here? I guess I just play out a Paragon and hold on to the prey upon? I need another black creature to give something Death Touch so I can prey upon it. I mean, I could give us... No, it only... So I cannot give a spider Death Touch and then prey upon something. Yeah. So, I mean, I could put Prey Upon on the stack, and then in response, use this ability to give the creature Death Touch, but that won't work with the spider, because the spider is green. So I'm going to play out the Paragon here. I'm not going to attack. I mean... Fuck, is he going to sacrifice his cat? Maybe he doesn't sacrifice his cat. Maybe he just kills a token, and then I get to Prey Upon. We'll see. Hopefully he doesn't sacrifice the cat. He does. He does sacrifice the cat. Fuck. Question is now, do I trade a... Paragon's not doing a whole lot for me. So honestly, I don't know if this is right or not, but I do not want that Pride Mate getting out of hand, so let's just clear that up right now. And it's another creature in the graveyard for when we flash back to spawning, so we've got 4 in here now. Alright, he's on 7. Question is, do I go for it now? He's got life gain. So I've pretty much... I mean, he's only got 2 cards in his hand. He didn't do anything last turn. If I flash back to spawning, and he doesn't do anything about it, then I can kill him next turn. I can't just swing at him for 2 every turn and give him the chance to top deck his way out of this. So let's just put 4 spiders on the board, 4 more spiders on the board. Put the pressure on him. If all he does is lay a single creature without lifelink, you know, hopefully it's not a Baneslayer Angel or something like that. But no, he's just taking off, taking his 70 card deck or 68 or whatever the hell it was, and moving on to another lobby. Picked up a Gravemore Muse. So anyway, here we go. So yeah, interesting couple of games. Interesting couple of games. Yeah. Okay. Even though Spider Spawning won us the game, I think we could have put on some early pressure if we'd had some more early plays, and we wouldn't have needed it. So I don't think it really belongs in a deck. I mean, it's great if your opponent planar cleanses you, like just happened, but we still only got 2 spiders on the first, and had to do a bit of work to get 4 on the second. That's still 12 mana for 6 creatures. You know, it's not the type of blowout that a typical Spider Spawning will get you. So, yeah, his deck didn't seem to be doing all that great, man. The fact he burned a Cloud Shift there. Anyways, we'll call, will I call that an episode? No, I'm going to go on and get a third, because those 2 were fairly short. So we'll see you for another gameplay in a couple of seconds. Alright, game 3. Let's look at an opening hand with only 1 mana. Ship that back. Here we have 2 with a Drudge Skeletons and a Viscera Dragger that we can cycle. I think I'm going to have to keep that. Playing against MH Maximus, the Hoarder. He's playing a 60 card pile with a Golgari Gilgate. See if he's playing the Spider Spawning, the dedicated Spider Spawning deck. Picked up our 3rd land, which is definitely very good. I think, like I did in a game yesterday, I think I'm actually going to prioritize Viscera Dragger over Drudge Skeleton, since this thing is, that's obviously not a beatdown card. We're looking at a Pharika's Chosen. Interesting. Could he be playing the same deck here? That'd be pretty funny. So yeah, I'm going to prioritize the card draw, because this, you know, like, it's not a beatdown card, and I don't want to cast it until I can regenerate it. So I'm not going to block the Chosen. So I'll just draw an extra card and go about it that way. Let's see what he plays. He's going straight to combat first. We're going to take 1, presuming no shenanigans here. Nothing, he just passes the turn. We'll cycle. Put our boy in the graveyard there and pick up a forest. So we've got 5 mana now. We can get all the way up. Corsamite definitely doesn't belong in this deck unless you resolve a Spider Spawning. And, you know, that's not going to happen where you need that, I don't think. So now we can just Drudge Skeletons, make sure we leave open our Guild Gate so we have the regenerate mana. And let's pass it on over. I can't believe I just cast the Drudge Skeletons. I can't remember if I cast one last night or not. But yeah, it's a card that I tend to, you know, just kind of gloss over. Here is a Deadweight. Yeah, well, that's a -2/-2 effect, so Regeneration will do nothing for me. So yeah, Deadweight takes care of that. So, fuck, that kind of sucks. Yeah, Regenerate will only protect you from lethal damage and all that sort of stuff, but -2/-2, nothing you can do about it. So now I don't have any creatures. That's pretty shitty. Yeah, the deck definitely needs more creatures. I mean, 20 I don't think is enough. It's playing 24 land, obviously, but I don't know. I mean, we're playing 2 Hunter's Prowess and 3 of these. I might play 2 Hunter's Prowess and keep 1 of these, just to have 3 of those 5-mana pump spells. But I don't think I'm going to play all 5. The 4-drop spot is pretty heavy. Might cut to 23 land and load up on 2s and 3s and make this like a skeleton zombie aggro shell type of thing. I think that's kind of where my mind is at. You know, Death Baron is still the card that I think is the build around card, the whole buff up your skeletons and zombies, and I'm going to keep Paragon in here too. He's a skeleton himself. He's going to buff up the team. So it's going to be a black creature deck with the team buff. It's going to have Death Touch, and we're going to have some trample off the 5-mana pump spells. We're just not going to have so many of them. So here, I mean, here we just play another Drudge Skeletons. And drop that into play. What is our opponent even doing? I mean, he's cultivated, he's cast a Deadweight, he's hit us with a snake a couple of times. He's potentially on 6 mana this turn. He's gonna Monomania. Please do it to yourself. Oh, that would have been fucking epic. What do I want to keep here? I wish I had a Triumph of Ferocity, because then I could just regas. But I mean, the only thing I want to keep is that Enlarge, honestly. So, that's it. Keep that. You know, I've got 5 mana. I can flash back to spawning. Course of Might was doing nothing, and pair of lands gone. Graveborn Muse, hello. How are you doing? So let's swing on in for 1 here. If he blocks, we'll just regenerate. But he may let it go through. Yeah, he doesn't want to lose his spider. Good stuff. And let's hope the Muse doesn't die, because then we can draw ourselves out of this. Man, oh man, Monomania. This is hilarious. Wait, it didn't even really hurt me, because the lands weren't doing anything. Maybe, if, you know, the fact that I don't get to 6 or 7 may hurt me. Course of Might doesn't do anything, so I mean, obviously we're going to cut it from the deck. And like I said, spawning has flashback, so we can use it. He's going to ulcerate to me as well, What? He's going to ulcerate that? Oh, and then yeah, gain 3 life. That makes more sense. Okay, never mind. I couldn't have saved. What's the card called? Drudge Skeletons from ulcerate. Anyway, I was jamming the timer because, well, I don't know why, but I was trying to save it, or I couldn't have saved it. I'm all confused here now. Just give me a second to regroup. But yeah, I can't save it from a -3/-3, same way that I couldn't have saved it from a Deadweight. So now here we are. Here we are. It would be fun, though, honestly, on 7 mana to unearth this thing and then enlarge it and then swing with it. That would be fun. I'm definitely keeping the Draggers in the deck because they're zombies. And they help you flesh out your 2 spot on the curve even though they're 4-drop. So, I mean, I'm going to go up to the full 4. Guaranteed there's going to be 4 Draggers in this deck when I'm done with it. Here's another Cultivate. I can't believe, I mean, Scott over here is doing nothing. He's absolutely doing nothing, and he's pounding the piss out of me. I mean, he's doing nothing, and I'm losing horribly. So there's got to be some changes made here. Not sure this is ever going to be a competitive archetype, the black creatures with the green spells. But man, oh man, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and chill out, do nothing along the way. Yep. Okay, there's a Runescar Demon. I mean, I should just quit now, but let's see what we draw. Let's have one look at our draw step, and then we'll get the fuck out of here. And I'll go back to playing Borderlands. That's what I'm going to do. What time is it anyway? It is here on the newfound land. It is 5:01 p.m. Birthday party's not over till 6. I'm probably not going to see them home till 7. I think they're going to go get some supper, stuff like that. I got a little while. So, Agent of the Fates, he's pretty cool. I don't know. Let's just... Here's our outro. Let's bring in the 3/3. Let's swing. Just for fun. Just for fun. This is me saying goodbye, folks. Watch him block. No, we'll force through. 1 damage for 4 mana. Talk about value. 4 mana, 1 damage. Yeah, baby. Anyway, I'm out of this game, and this episode is over. Thanks for watching, and you will see my version of the deck tomorrow. Thanks, guys, for watching.